So it's late, I'm tired, and we're doing an oil change and a couple other things on the 4Runner. So I figured I'd make a video. It's been a hot minute, so but yeah, check out the lineup here. So new car top carrier. And then I set up a couple tables to make my life a little easier. But got my Rhino USA tool rolls out and just a miscellaneous of stuff here. So we're gonna do a flush drain and fill on the transmission. And this is the stuff you want, basically. But I know we're gonna need a 10 mil Allen and a 24. So we'll get into that. I got crush washers ordered. They're getting here tomorrow. Got my logbook. I really like this thing. It's old school, but it, you know, you get different vehicles and equipment and all sorts of stuff. You can write down what you need. We got kind of went through my stuff. On what we had laying around, but got my distilled water. I wanted to do a coolant change. Got the homebrew squirty. Might I'll have to see. Power steering, swap out some of it, but we'll look. But yeah, and then oil, we got the 020. So we got looks like a STP filter and then a cabin air filter. But yeah, we're gonna get after it here. So I got her on there. Don't mind all the sawdust. Yeah, so those that don't have a lift or whatever, basically you got safety lock here. So you, all that time, that clanking, then you got to drop it down. You don't leave it on the hydraulics. And you try to spread these arms out. And then you land the pads center, you know, on the frame as far forward and back as you can. And usually you have like the front third up there. So, but I know oil change is kind of boring, but not everybody does it or knows how to do it. But there's one part that I feel like the world just needs to have on their vehicles. So I had to do kind of a similar thing on the Jeep, but just getting rid of plastic and putting in metal, basically. But anyway, so we got to pull this skid plate on our 4Runner. There's a couple different bolts, so I'm not even gonna say what kind it is, but let me pull that off. But yeah, this is, yeah, let me pull it off. Rocking the magnets. But that's the part. So this is aluminum. The OEM one's plastic, and the tabs apparently break. I've had super good luck with this aluminum one, and you got a socket right here, but this little wrench thing just gets a better grip on it. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to put the phone down, but yeah, let me put this down. So yeah, we're gonna let that pee out, and then I have another catch pan. I can drain the oil pan out, and then I'll totally take that off. Put the new filter in. So we're doing the coolant too. We're just making a waterfall here. Get the bucket in the drain catch pan. Just making a waterfall. Just that little plastic drain. Just lefty-loosey on that, and I'm not taking it all the way out. I've had on my Jeep, someone taught me sometimes it's hard to rethread them back in, and you put a dab of grease on it. For whatever reason, that just works. But I already got a good stream flowing here, so I'm not gonna back it all the way out. Just gonna let her drain. Well, maybe, you know what? I think this has got regular threads on it. Let me check. Because I could slap a new O-ring on it. Yeah, well, I'm going to let it drain first, and then I'll take a look at it. Yeah, so the drain plug on this radiator is so much nicer. Just nice fine threads, and there is an O-ring on the end, so we're just going to slap a new one on. So we're hitting all the grease stuff, all the grease fittings on the drive shafts. So pop that. Should be the last one there. So hitting those. And I hit the front. Yeah, so we just greased all the drive shaft U-joints. So we had a couple different Zerg fittings. We did the front drive shaft too, the U-joints. So hit that, and now ready to lower her down, fill her up. So yeah, oil cap, take it off, funnel. Now we're dumping 6 quarts in. The quick and fill funnel. Yeah, we're throwing a quart of the mobile one in. 0W20. Full synthetic. Yeah, so oil's dumped in. I didn't show it, but pulled this cover off. They had these snap taps, or whatever you want to call it, these trim things. But there was only 2 on there, and I popped them off. Pop the radiator cap off, obviously when it's cold. Push down, turn left. Pop this off, the overflow reservoir. So I filled that up, and I just kind of went back and forth, dumping in the funnel, the distilled water and the concentrated antifreeze. And it'll mix itself when you run the engine and stuff. So that's what I did. And so we're full, and I'm not going to do it tonight, but we're going to run this and fill this up and let it burp the air out. On this, it looks pretty high, so I think we don't have to bleed any hoses, which is good. I think we'll be able to just burp that. So, but I'm going to do that tomorrow. It's 12:20. We're ready for bed here.